Hello, I'm Gurpran from Cam Yoga, and together for the next 20 minutes we are going to practice some mindful movement, synchronizing our breath with it. So let's get started. All our exercises are based on physiotherapy, and we're going to move very slowly. It's all about nurturing your body and being compassionate with ourselves. With these exercises, you will reduce stress, relieve physical tension, improve flexibility, and you're going to create space in your body to increase your range of motion. So let's start cultivating an overall sense of well-being through these stretches. We'll be stretching and we'll be releasing and get us all restored for the rest of the day. So let's start by sitting on a block. I'd like you all to come to seated on a block like this. On the very edge of that block is where I'd like you to be, so that your pelvis is higher than your knees. Let your knees be soft, let them fall towards the mat. And let's start rooting our sit bones into the earth. As you root, the crown of your head should rise towards the ceiling. So we're rooting and rising at the same time. You're pushing down with your sit bones into the earth. Let's start feeling grounded, and then very gently bring our hands to our transversus abdominis, drawing your fingers in as you open up your thoracic spine. Bring your hands to your knees. They can be facing up or down, whichever way you prefer, and keeping the nape of your neck in line with your tailbone. Let's keep our backs absolutely erect. Let your shoulder blades slide down your back. And now gently closing our eyes, we're going to go into some yogic breathing just to get ourselves calm and set the stage for the next few stretches. Closing your eyes, we're going to breathe in very deeply through your nose. Deep, deep down into the lowest lobes of your lungs. And then pursing your lips as if you're blowing through an imaginary straw, start exhaling. Keep your exhalations longer than your inhalations. This is conscious breath work, not like our everyday breathing. So breathing in through the nose warms, hydrates and purifies the prana, the energy that keeps us alive. And breathing out through our pursed lips is working like a natural exhaust engine, which is ridding us of all that physiological and mental debris that's built up over the week. Let it go. Let's take 5 more deep breaths like this. Now that you're grounded, take a moment to feel your center, feel the calmness, observe where your mind is. Let's declutter it. All your muscles should now be loose and less tense. And then very slowly raising our arms up towards the sky, drawing your fingertips up towards the sky, pulling up as you root down with your sit bones. Bring your fingers together, your index fingers pointing up towards the sky, Cambridge steeple fingers, and then slowly bring your hands down to the crown of your head, pushing the crown of your head up into your hands, separating the elbows. Breathe into this opening in your chest, and then very slowly bring your hands down. digging your thumbs into your heart space and opening your thoracic spine up even further. Take a deep breath here into that heart space and release. As you release, I'd like your knees to get soft and fall towards the ground. Very slowly twisting your hands around now into Ganesh Mudra. Pull your elbows apart and feel that lovely stretch. You're releasing all the tension spots in the upper back. Bring your hands down now. Push down into the earth, into your kickstand arms. And very gently, we're moving very mindfully, remember. Very gently, rooting with the right fingertips, allow your left ear to fall towards your left shoulder. Very slowly, there's no pushing or pulling. And then slowly bring your head back up to center, root with your left fingertips now, and let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Feel that lovely stretch in the opposite side of your neck. And slowly coming back up to center, rooting now with the right fingertips again. Let's gently take our chin along towards the left side. Very slowly, you get the most benefit the slower you move. And then when you can get no further, release your right shoulder and watch how your chin glides along towards the left. Take a deep breath here. And slowly bring your head back to center. Now rooting with your left fingertips, take that chin along to the right side. You can get no further, stop, release your left shoulder and watch how that chin glides along further to the right. Slowly bring your head back to center. Take a deep breath here, rooting with both sides of your hands. Allow your chin now to gently drop into the jugular notch, which is a natural shelf built between our collarbones. Take a deep breath here, allowing all the backs of the shoulders to release. Release all those tight spots there. Breathe into the back, upper shoulders. And then with the next exhalation, start tracing your chin along to the right side, along the right collarbone. And very slowly bring that chin back to center, tracing the collarbone back. And take a deep breath here. Start tracing the left collarbone to the left side. And slowly come back to center. Take a deep breath here, rooting with those fingertips, allowing the knees to be soft again. And let the chin slide down the sternum. Further down, and now feel that lovely release in a different part of your upper back. Breathe into that. Slowly raising your head back up, and now if you don't have any neck problems, let your head fall back. Very slowly feel that lovely stretch from the chin to the collarbones, and then bring your head back to center. Let's release the change of our legs now. Let's swap sides. Bring the opposite leg in front. And again, you're rooting with your sit bones in case you've slumped, straightening your back. Bring your arms up into cactus arms. So you've got your arms parallel, the upper arms are parallel to the floor. Your hands, your palms are facing the front of the room. And we're going to show our hands, our fingers some love. They work for us all day. We spend our day in forward flexion, and that's why these exercises are all designed by a physiotherapist to help us open up our shoulders and our chest. Stretch your fingers as wide as you can, wide, 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 and then ball your fists up into a tight fist, tight tension tamer, and release. Open up your fingers wide again, stretch them, and ball your fists up into a tight, tight ball, and release. Take your thumbs now and point them to the back of the room. And as you do that, you're going to find a whole different part of the front of your chest opening up. Shoulder blades are sliding back together. Feel that lovely stretch, and then slowly coming back to center. Let your wrists now fall forward, hanging laundry on the line and back up. And one more time, allowing the synovial fluid to flow in your shoulder joints. Very slowly bring your arms together now into your flying machine arms. Palms joined together as well, raising your arms up towards the forehead, and then when you can get no further, separate the elbows, push the head back up into the thumbs, forming a diamond shape over your head. Feel that opening in the front of your chest, breathe into it. And slowly closing your palms again, come down, and let's go up one very gracefully into your flying machine. Arms again, up, and then opening. Opening your shoulders, smile here, let all that tension go, and then slowly coming down. Let's switch arms now, bringing your arms out to the sides. Bring your right elbow into your left elbow crease, into your eagle arms, Garudasana. So you're going to first push your elbows out in front of you and then raise them up as high as they can go. And then very slowly protracting your shoulders, drawing your belly button in. You're going to bend forward in your eagle arms. And if you can touch the floor, that's wonderful, but if you can't, that's okay too. Exhale all the way to the bottom and then start inhaling as you rise up. And now unwind and let's switch sides. Bring the opposite arm up. If your hands don't touch, that's okay. You can bring the backs of your hands together. Pushing your elbows out first, raising your elbows up towards your forehead, and then very slowly protracting your shoulders and bending forward. Drawing your belly button to your spine, exhaling all the way to the bottom. Slowly start inhaling as you rise up and release. Bring your wrists, your hands to your side ribs, and let's start spinning our wrists and releasing all the tension in our wrists that we work with all day long. So let's spin them like you're putting a light bulb in a lamp. Spin, spin, spin. Let them all go loose. And then up here, spin them. And then up into your hallelujah arms. Spin your hands out. Coming back to the queen wave. And then 1, 2, 3. Let that go. Now bring your blocks, your bricks or book, whatever you may have at home that's handy. And let's place that by our right hip. You're going to now take your right hand and place it across from that brick as you take your left thumb and bring it into your left hip crease, securing that hip to the ground. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, allow your right forearm to gently come to rest on that brick as you release your left hand up towards the heavens, gazing up at that palm. Draw your fingers up towards the sky. Take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, bring your head to gaze forward and bend to the right side. You're now creating this beautiful diagonal stretch from your left fingertips to your left hip crease. Invite a deep breath into the left side of your rib cage, allowing all those intercostal muscles to get some fresh oxygen. And then very slowly flipping the palm, raise yourselves up and let's switch the brick to the opposite side. Bringing the brick now to the left side. Take your left hand, place it across from that brick. Bring your right thumb into your right hip crease, pushing down, a slight twist to the right. Take a deep breath here. And with the next exhalation, allowing the left forearm to come to rest on that brick as you raise your right arm towards the sky. Gazing up at that arm, draw it up. Inhale to lengthen up. And as you exhale, bend to the left side, creating this beautiful diagonal line now from your right fingertips to your right hip crease. Take a deep, deep breath into the right lung now. We all need lung health at the moment, so illuminate your lungs with all that fresh oxygen, and then flipping the palm, bring yourselves up again. Let's remove all our blocks now, all our props, and let's come to all fours. You're now going to be pushing down with your hands, and we're going to, your wrists are below your shoulders, your knees are below your hips. You're going to take your leg, your right leg out and push it back, sending the right heel to the back of the room as you send the crown of the head to the front of the room. Feel this lovely hamstring stretch. Breathe into it and release. Taking the left foot out now, send the left heel to the back of the room as you send the crown of the head to the front of the room. Breathe deeply into the left hamstrings and release. Coming back to center now. Let's do our cat and cow. So you're going to very slowly releasing your belly towards the mat as you arch your back and gaze up into your cow. You're pushing down with your hands, and now initiating from the tailbone to the lumbar spine, to the thoracic spine and the cervical spine. Your head will come down last to gaze at your navel. You're in your cat. Feel this lovely stretch. Breathe, exhaling every bit of air. Start going into cow again, always starting from the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, and then your head comes up to gaze forward into your cow. One more time. Start again from your tailbone to your lower back, to your middle back, the upper back, and then the head gazes at the belly button. Exhaling every bit of air. Release that, and let's come to neutral. Now you're going to very slowly release your hips back onto your heels, separating your knees, and allow your head to come into child's pose. Your arms are drawing along the mat forward. You're pushing down with your forehead into the mat. Very important that you rest it on something, pushing down with your forehead. This is sending a message to your parasympathetic system. It's telling your body it's okay to relax. Go inward now. Breathe here. And with the next exhalation, start moving your hands to the right corner of the mat, and the head comes along for the right. Feel this lovely stretch. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, start coming back to center. Reset, pushing the forehead into the mat again. Take a deep breath and start moving to the left corner of the mat. Feel this lovely stretch, allowing your hips to move back gently towards your heels. As you exhale, coming back to center, draw your hands along the mat as you push yourselves back up to seated. Let's come to lying on our mats now. You're going to bring your arms out into a T, your knees are facing up. We're going to do a twist. So very gently moving your knees towards the left side as your head moves towards the right. Gazing at the right hand, your windscreen wiper move, and then bringing your knees back up to center, allowing them to fall gently to the right side as your head gazes at the left hand. Bring your knees back up to center. Twists are very detoxifying, so you've done something lovely for your spine now. Bring your knees up into your chest, draw them into your chest. Give yourselves a tight hug, raising your head, bring it into your knees, into a tight fetal position, and fall back onto the mat. Allow your feet now, soles of your feet to come together into butterfly. Gently massage the inside of your thighs. Let your knees be soft, let your thighs be soft, pushing the soles of your feet together. Take a deep breath here. And with the next exhalation, allow those legs to fall out towards the corners of the mat. Draw them out to the corners of the mat. You're now in your deep relaxation pose, Shavasana. Your hands will now face the ceiling. And I'd like you to feel the contact points under your body with the earth. The earth has your back. We need to take care of our planet. Take a deep breath here. And with the next exhalation, just allow your entire body to melt into that mat. Let all your worries and anxieties float away, drift by you on that cloud. And take a deep breath in from the soles of your feet now, traveling all the way up your legs, up your torso, and out through the crown of your head. And now take a deep breath from the crown of your head, entering your body all the way down to the soles of your feet. One more time at your own pace. And relax. You're now in deep relaxation, all set to tackle anything that comes your way today. Very slowly bring your consciousness back into this room, bending your knees, draw them into your chest, into a tight fetal position, turning onto your right side away from your heart. Push your upper arm into the mat as you raise yourselves up to seated. Come to seated on your mat, on your block, on the corner of that block. Bring your hands together into prayer. Bring the corners of your elbows up into a smile. Bring a smile to your face. And let's look down at our fingertips and give gratitude for all we have today. Thank you for sharing this yoga with me.